everyone. Welcome back. Please comment, subscribe, folks. Comment, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does like, watch, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, folks, there's a link tree down below. Has links to all of my social media platforms. Please go down there. Follow me across all my social media platforms and talk to me because I'll talk back. Also down there as well as links to all of my YouTube pages. Please go down there, subscribe to all my YouTube pages, and turn on your notifications so when I post content, you folks will be in the know. Now, with that said and done and put to the side, I've come to talk to you folks today about the New York Jets in the NFL draft. Oh, yes, I've come to talk to you folks about it. And it's a thought, a take that has been swirling in my brain, okay, that I've got to put out there, okay? I'm thinking that the New York Jets should trade down and draft Troy Fautanu from the Washington Huskies. And I want to talk to you folks about this. I want to talk to you folks about this take. Comment down below. Give me your thoughts because this has really started to, really come into my brain. And I want to get this take out there. So first, I want to start off when you look at the New York Jets and draft capital, right? We're always trying to find a way to build capital. We know that the Jets have the 10th pick in the first round, but we don't have a second rounder, okay? We got a third, we got 2 fourths, we got a 6, we got 2 sevens. But that second round pick, especially with some of the needs that the New York Jets have, would be big if we could acquire something. You know what I'm saying? If we could grab a second round pick or something to package to move back up into the second round, that would be big for the New York Jets in this upcoming draft. Now, the Jets have quite a bit of needs still, right? We're still looking to fill out some things on the team. Some people still say, hey, the Jets need to attack the wide receiver position. Some people want to see the Jets take a wide receiver in the first. There's Jets fans out there screaming that. A lot of people looking, hey, the Jets need to take a safety. That can happen later on in the draft. Some people talking about linebacker. That can happen later on in the draft, right? But for me personally, and I think a lot of other Jets fans out there, I'm looking at the New York Jets situation, and I'm saying offensive line has got to be the top thing on your mind still. Even though we've grabbed some pieces and got them in here, we still must pound the table for the offensive line, and here's why. When you look at this Jets offensive line, a lot of these guys on this offensive line currently that are here have big injury histories, okay? Starting with none other than that boy Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith, we brought him into the building, but this man has not been healthy. I think since like 2015, he hasn't played a full season. I think he played 17 games combined in the last 2 years. That's scary, man. That's scary. Can you really go into the season and trust that he is going to stay fully healthy this upcoming season? There's no way. There's no way. You look at Morgan Moses, he's been dinged up from time to time as well. But there's also another, big concern along our offensive line as well when it comes to injury histories. And it's Elijah Vera-Tucker. As great as we all know that he is, right? He's shown it to us. These last 2 seasons, he's been hit with big injuries, and he spent a lot of time on the IR, okay? So you got to wonder, man, how can you go forward and really think that Aaron Rodgers can be fully protected this upcoming year when so many of your guys have injury histories? Not only that, right? You look at Smith and Morgan Moses, they're both basically on 1-year deals, right? Tyron Smith literally is on a 1-year deal. Morgan Moses on the last year of his deal. So both of those guys could be gone. Well, what do you have for the future? Because from what we've heard, Aaron Rodgers is probably going to be here another 2 years after this, maybe, or another year at least after this. So where's his protection? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you've got to start to figure that out now, right? You got to start to make sure that you can address that situation so that you'll have somebody in the pipeline that either can step into a situation, right? If need be, if a guy goes down, or when their time comes, they can step in and be a starter when those guys are gone, right? So I'm looking at the situation right now. The Jets are sitting at 10. But I'm thinking, hey, if the Jets could move down some spots, gain some capital, right, that could set them up to either have a second round pick or have capital to move back up into the second round, that would be a beautiful situation. And I'm thinking if the Jets move from 10 down to that 18, 19, 20 range, right? Maybe 17, 18, 19, 20. That could net us a second round pick, possibly. That could net us a third round pick, possibly, which would set the Jets up beautifully, okay, for the rest of this draft. Now, here's the thing. My target, okay, if the Jets move down, is Troy Fautanu from the Washington Huskies, okay? And here's why. He's a good offensive lineman. That Pac-12 is serious business, okay? It's not a joke. Fight on. I'm an SC guy. Be clear, okay? But here's the deal. His versatility is off the charts. This is a man, okay, that has played left tackle, and he's also played guard, okay? That can come up big for the New York Jets. That can come up huge for us. If Tyron Smith goes down, maybe he's a guy you can plug into that situation. If something happens at your guard spot, he's a guy that you can plug into that situation. So that versatility is huge when it comes to what we need here, okay? Now keep in mind, this guy is not a joke. He's nothing to be played with, all right? Listen, 2023, he was a third-team All-American with the Associated Press. He also was a first-team Pac-12 player as well, right? He also won the Joe Morgan Award, which is a big award for an offensive lineman. This guy's serious, man. He's very physical, right? He's strong, gets his hands on you. You're going to have a long day, trust. But one of the things that's very impressive about him, to me, is his lateral quickness. This guy can move. Like, he's a guy that can get up and go. He's got some hustle to him, and he's not joking. And his hands are very active as well when he's blocking, right? Like, he's not joking at all. So I really like this guy, man. Really like this guy, and I really like the options that he brings to the New York Jets with his play. Like I said, the versatility would be massive for the Jets, especially when you look at what's going on in our offensive line. Now, with that said, there's some concerns, okay? And my concerns is that the possibility of him getting snatched up, right? Which is a reality if you move down. The guy that you want could get grabbed. But when you look at teams like the New Orleans Saints, who are going to be at 14, and the Raiders, who are going to be at 13, they could be thirsty for some offensive line help. They could be. But with that, I think that if the Jets move down from 10, guys like Fuaga and Olu Fasanu, if he's still there and the Jets are sitting at 10 and they decide to move down, I think that there's a good chance that the Raiders and Saints could end up snatching up those guys before they end up snatching Troy up, right? I think that those guys will probably get taken before Troy. There's even talks about Latham also being there as well. I think he gets snatched up before Troy does too. So those are my only reservations, but I still think that Troy is going to be there, and I think it would be a great move for the New York Jets. If the Jets get a third-round pick, package that up, we can move back up into the second round and grab some capital or some guys that we need. That would be a great move. But the beautiful part would, if the Jets get a second-round pick and move down, if Joe's able to finagle and work out a deal, then guess what? Now we're really in business, because that sets you up to also utilize capital maybe from your next draft, pack it with your second rounder, and move back up into late in that first and grab a guy that you really like as well. And there's guys that can still be there too. So I really like this idea, and I want to get y'all thoughts about this. Comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. What are your thoughts about me wanting to see the Jets move down, right? Trade down, grab some draft capital, and continue to build also while taking Troy Fautanu. What are your thoughts about that? Are you concerned that he could be grabbed and gone before the Jets move down? Again, I'm thinking anywhere from that 17 to 20 range is where, I think that would be the sweet spot for the New York Jets to grab him and still get that capital. So comment down below. Let me know what you folks think. You folks have a good one. Peace.